Hello everybody, if you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today I'm excited to be talking about some of the product categories that I don't buy anymore. And I thought this would be a really fun video to film. Also, FYI, my husband is sitting like literally right there. We share an office, so it is my beauty space and his office, so he's playing some video games. So if you hear any clicking, that's him. But I wanted to share with you some product categories I don't buy anymore. Now, I think I've mentioned this before, but one thing that's been sort of fun about the YouTube content that's coming out during quarantine is I feel like people are sort of doing more shop your stash, more like going through old products, and I think it's really fun because there has been a lot less launches just due to the global supply chain and also the economy. So yeah, I want to talk about just kind of 5 product categories that I don't buy anymore. I'm not saying I would never buy these products again. Well, one of them I am, but I'm just sort of saying these are products I'm not buying. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. My name's Alanna, and here on Classy on the Run, we love talking about beautiful makeup, beautiful skincare, perfume, handbags. I love talking about beautiful places to travel, but unfortunately we're in a global pandemic, so yeah. Anyways, if you like the makeup look I'm wearing, I'm gonna leave that video down below or up here. I don't really know, but it is, except for just a few products, it's all Catrice Cosmetics. I did a full face video using their products. The biggest change is on my lips. I'm wearing Passionista from Huda Beauty's Demi Matte liquid lipstick line. So I received this, which is all of their shades, as a free sample with Sephora, and I've just been having a lot of fun switching up the colors. I've already got 2 I want to buy. This one's Passionista. It's a very bright pink. It's kind of like Barbie. I don't think I'd buy it, but it's definitely fun to wear. So let's dig into those product categories that I just don't buy anymore. So we're going to start off with one that I am so glad to see gone, and that is matte liquid lipstick. Now, I don't mean to pick on this particular brand. If you like matte liquid lipstick, then Stila does an incredible job. They had this orangey red one that was really flattering. I loved wearing it. And if you're into matte liquid lipstick, Stila, Anastasia Beverly Hills, those are both 2 amazing brands. They last a long time, but on me, I don't know if it's as I get older that my skin has changed. I don't know if I care less, and by that I mean I care less about what I look like or if I look trendy, and I just care more about feeling comfortable. I will say I've been reaching for glossy, dewy things in life in general, but matte liquid lipsticks hurt my lips. Like, I put them on and they just draw, I swear, all of the moisture out of this part of my face. It's just like, and it hurts and it's uncomfortable. And yeah, it looks great, and it looks great in YouTube videos, but you know what else looks great? Lip gloss or demi mattes like this. This is a really nice, like a matte gloss. I love lipsticks in tubes. I love lip glosses. And if you guys are familiar with my channel, I can't remember the last time I reached for a liquid lipstick. I should say a matte liquid lipstick. And if you are new, stick around and watch me live up to that promise. I don't mind matte lipsticks in a bullet. I don't find those as drying. But like a matte liquid lipstick, yeah, it looks great. It photographs beautifully, but man, it hurts my lips. And you know what? I'm 27 and I don't have time for products that hurt my face. Okay, on to the next category of products, eye primer. Now again, I'm not picking on Urban Decay. They make incredible eyeshadow primers. This is their original. This is, I believe it's Minor Sin. No, this is Sin. I also have Minor Sin. They eventually switched it so it had, instead of a twist off tube with like a little, like a paint tube, it eventually had like a wand that you stuck in. And I have those. And look, these are excellent eyeshadow primers. But after this one, I was introduced through YouTube, of course, to MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. Mine is long since dried out. But from there, I started using concealer. And Benefit's Airbrush Concealer, which I have recently learned is being reformulated, so I'm really, really nervous for that because I love their product the way it is. It's perfect. But now I just use that as my eyeshadow base and I have no regrets. It looks great. It smooths out my eyelids. It helps my veins and stuff not pop through. And it keeps my eyeshadow on and it works for me and I love it. I love having dual purpose products. And so I would maybe use like an eyeshadow primer. I mean, I'm not gonna get married again. Like, I like my husband a lot. I'm not going to prom again. I'm a little old for that. But I guess if I was going to a big event like that and I really needed my eyeshadow to like stay on my face, I might use an eyeshadow primer. But they're just not products I reach for, and I don't exactly know when I made that transition, but I don't miss them. And this is, again, none of this is a knock on the individual products. But the next one I want to talk about is eyeshadow singles. So I have some beautiful eyeshadow singles here that I love. I've got Stila Kitten. This was like the first eyeshadow I was ever obsessed with. I used to wear this all the time. This with Stila Kitten and their liquid eyeliner. Like, that was University Atlanta. Oh, loved it. This one is beautiful. It's the Daddio Omega Shadow from Marc Jacobs. Again, like that mirror built into it. Beautiful heft to it. This one is a beautiful, like a shimmery pink from Kiko. It's their high pigment wet and dry eyeshadow in Ombretto. I'm just gonna put on the Italian accent for it. I'm not Italian, but it's not a knock on any of these products or any of the single eyeshadows I do have in my collection, or singles in general, but I just don't reach for them. Like, let me show you. Let's just take, this is just the first eyeshadow palette I reached for. It's the Too Faced Chocolate Bar. I have all of those, right? Like, that's kind of like that pink one. There's like the brown, like any eyeshadow palette I reach for has, the only ones I buy, put that back. The only eyeshadow palettes I buy are ones that have all the colors I need in it. So maybe having an eyeshadow, like a single eyeshadow, if it had like a pop of green or a pop of blue that I wouldn't reach for in my neutral palettes, maybe. But I have all these beautiful single shadows and they're amazing. But I guess I'm really boring. I just take out an eyeshadow palette and I usually just make the look with what's in the palette. So I do plan on depotting some of my single shadows, but like, I wouldn't do that to Marc Jacobs. Like, look at this beautiful little compact. Like, I'm sorry. I just don't reach for them because everything I need is in my neutral eyeshadow palette that I have. The next up, and this one is definitely more of a change in the way I do my makeup, but it's like contour products. So this is my well-loved and abused Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. You can see I hit pan there. I actually did a video where I talked about products I hit pan on without trying, so I'll leave that linked somewhere for you guys. But look, this is a great contour palette, but I just don't really, I don't contour anymore in the same way. I know a couple of years ago on my channel, like I would do the full-on Instagram contour chisel, and I would like in there, and then I'd like bake and I'd set and I'd do all this stuff. And you know what? I am really over Instagram makeup. Like, this is about as exciting as I get. I'm wearing a bold lip. But I just love beautiful makeup that accentuates the beauty you already have for you to just wear to work, wear to school. I really focus on wearable, just beautiful looks that are attainable and achievable and practical. And there are some incredible artists doing Instagram makeup, and no disrespect to them, but that's not me, that's not my style. I know earlier in my time on YouTube I did some content like that, and I don't regret it because that was a chance for me to sort of, you know, maybe that's where I was at the time, but it was a chance for me to learn my own style and figure out what I like, and this is what I like. And honestly, this lip is pretty bold for me. And I just find the contour, using a contour kit like that can look really intense. And so what I much prefer doing is taking my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow and building a little bit of like a contour in here and up here. And then I love taking just a sculpting blush and just sort of bringing it together with a little bit of highlighter. So much softer, more approachable, easy. I just don't go for harsh contours. I mean, other people do, but I just don't. And then the next product I wanted to talk about is sort of like a part B to that, and that's face palettes in general. So I've got here the Too Faced Natural Face Palette. Man, it smells good. Okay, so we've got 6 things in here. We've got 2 highlighters, 2 blushes, and 2 bronzers. And I love this palette, sort of. I love this color here. It's a beautiful highlight. I love Pink Sand, and I love Tropic Like It's Hot. But then I have these 3 other colors that I wouldn't buy. And so yes, this is an excellent value in the sense that I'm getting 6 different, 2 blush, 2 bronzer, 2 highlighter. Like, what a great value. But is it a great value if I don't use half the palette? So again, not a problem on Too Faced, but what I just find is when they're making any product like this, they're trying to pick as many things that are as close to universally flattering as possible. I don't use pinks that bright. It looks really intense on me and I don't like it. I much prefer, honestly, even that's a little dark. I'd prefer that if it was lighter, like Tarte Exposed. So yeah, it's not a great value. Like, I'd be better off buying, well, price-wise I wouldn't be better off, but I'd be happier buying the perfect bronzer, the perfect blush, and the perfect highlighter for me. Palettes like this are just tough because we all have different complexions and preferences, and it's hard to accommodate for all of that. So I just find that when I do have face palettes, I'm not reaching for every color in an equal way. And so it doesn't feel like I'm getting a great use of it, even if it is a great value. I'm not saying I'd never buy a face palette again. It's just something I'm very specific and thoughtful about. I can't remember the last time I bought a face palette. Maybe it was the Charlotte Tilbury one. Anyways, I can't remember, but my more general point is when you're paying, like, this is probably like 50 bucks, maybe even 60. It's expensive. Unless you love basically everything in it, then it takes up a lot of space in your collection and it's not cheap. And the last product I want to talk about, I couldn't even find in my collection, which makes me really happy. And that is cream, like, pomade brow products. So I have a deluxe sample of Benefit's Ka-Brow. Not to pick on them. I'd say Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow was the first product like that I used. And I've had others. I had a Makeup Forever one. And I'm sure that there's a way to do this that makes it beautiful and soft. But I just find when I use a product like this, that it just looks harsh. Like, look at that on my hand. Like, that is harsh. And I know that there used to be a time in my life, and so I don't, like, hey, if you want to use this, like, you go for it. I know there used to be a time in my life where I really wanted, like, super bold, dark, like, Insta brows, and that time has come, and it is gone, and I am over it. I just basically use either my Benefit Precisely My Brow, even Goof Proof I found a little too big. I just like a thin brow pencil where I can just draw on some extra little hairs here and just define the shape out. I think it's much prettier on me, it's much softer, and I'd say just in general that my makeup tastes have gone from sort of harsher to softer, from darker to lighter, from matte to luminous, from bold to subtle. I think for me, I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, makeup, I don't know if it's gonna be like this forever, but right now and in recent years and what I see for my future is just continuing to love looks like this that are pretty and polished and accentuate my best features without trying to, like, add a whole bunch of stuff that's not there, other than the fuchsia lips. Like, my lips aren't fuchsia. Yeah, anyway, so those are 6 product categories that I don't buy anymore, and there's nothing wrong with them. But I don't reach for them, and so I'm not replacing them. I'm not, honestly, like, eyeshadow primer is something I'm not even thinking about anymore. Matte liquid lipsticks, I just look at and I feel pain. So those are the products I don't really reach for anymore. I don't buy anymore. Again, not a knock on any of the brands or the products I mentioned. If you do like products like that, these are all amazing products, but it's just my tastes have changed. So I hope you guys found this video kind of fun, kind of interesting, a little different. I'd love to hear in the comments down below if there are makeup products or, like, product categories that you don't reach for anymore and that you don't use. You know, I'd love to hear if there are maybe trends that you used to follow but now you're into something completely different. I think it's really fun how we can all grow and change and evolve through our makeup journey. So don't feel like you have to be stuck with any one thing. But yeah, anyways, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't already, put the bell on, and I'm only saying that because at the time of filming I'm about 40 subscribers away from 4,000, and the moment we hit 4,000 we are doing another big giveaway. I know you guys love my giveaways. The giveaway is going to run for a month, so if we have already hit 4,000 then that giveaway should be up or be up very, very soon. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all your support. I love hanging out with you guys in the comments down below, so leave some comments and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Mwah.